Ava outlined her strategy, carefully orchestrating every move. Franco would subtly plant doubts in Elizabeth's mind, while Ava would provide the evidence to back up those doubts. It was a delicate dance, but Ava was confident in her ability to pull it off. As the days passed, Ava's plan began to unfold perfectly. Franco played his part flawlessly, planting seeds of suspicion and mistrust in Elizabeth's mind. He mentioned seeing Nicholas in secretive meetings, hinted at hidden agendas, and subtly questioned Nicholas' loyalty. Elizabeth, already feeling insecure about her relationship, started to believe Franco's insinuations. She began to notice things she hadn't before: late-night phone calls, unexplained absences, and cryptic conversations. Her doubts grew, and she found herself questioning everything. Meanwhile, Ava was working behind the scenes to gather the evidence she needed. She bribed a hotel clerk to provide her with records of Nicholas' meetings, hired a private investigator to follow him, and even planted a hidden camera in his office. Every piece of evidence she collected painted a damning picture of Nicholas' deceit. With everything in place, Ava made her move. She arranged for Elizabeth to receive an anonymous package containing the incriminating evidence. As Elizabeth opened the package and saw the photos, videos, and documents, her heart sank. "Nicholas, how could you?" Elizabeth whispered, her eyes filling with tears. Elizabeth couldn't contain her anger and hurt any longer. She confronted Nicholas at Windermere, her voice shaking with emotion. "How could you lie to me, Nicholas, after everything we've been through?" Elizabeth demanded, holding up the evidence. Nicholas' eyes widened in shock. "Elizabeth, I can explain. This isn't what it looks like." But Elizabeth was beyond listening. "I've had enough of your lies. We're done, Nicholas." As Elizabeth stormed out, Nicholas stood there, stunned and devastated. He knew that Ava had to be behind this, but he had no idea how she had managed to orchestrate it so perfectly. With Nicholas and Elizabeth's relationship in shambles, Ava's next move was to position herself as the sympathetic ally. She reached out to Elizabeth, offering a shoulder to cry on and a listening ear. "Elizabeth, I know you're hurting, but you deserve better than this," Ava said, her voice full of Fox's concern. "Nicholas has always been a master manipulator. You need to take care of yourself and your children." Elizabeth, desperate for support, found herself confiding in Ava. "I don't know what to do, Ava. Everything I thought I knew was a lie." Ava hugged her tightly. "You'll get through this, Elizabeth. You're strong, and you have people who care about you. Don't let Nicholas drag you down." As Elizabeth leaned on Ava for support, Nicholas was left to pick up the pieces of his shattered life. He tried to figure out how Ava had managed to gather so much damning evidence, and how he could possibly undo the damage. With Elizabeth turning away from Nicholas and confiding in Ava, the stage was set for Ava's next move. She began to subtly spread rumors about Nicholas' untrustworthiness, making sure that key players in Port Charles heard about his supposed betrayal. Ava's whispers reached the ears of those in power, and soon Nicholas found himself losing allies and influence. The once mighty Cassadine heir was becoming a pariah, all thanks to Ava's meticulous planning. At the same time, Ava was solidifying her own power base. She reached out to old friends and made new alliances, positioning herself as a force to be reckoned with in Port Charles. She even managed to win over some of Nicholas' former allies, promising them a brighter future if they sided with her. "Ava Jerome is back," she declared to herself one evening, raising a glass of champagne. "And this time, nothing will stand in my way." Ava's ultimate goal was to take control of the Cassadine estate and all the power that came with it. She knew that to achieve this, she needed to eliminate Nicholas as a threat once and for all. She devised a plan to expose Nicholas' darkest secret, a secret that would destroy any remaining credibility he had and ensure that he could never challenge her again. Ava enlisted the help of her private investigator once more, instructing him to dig up every piece of dirt he could find on Nicholas. It didn't take long for the investigator to uncover something explosive: evidence of Nicholas' involvement in a criminal conspiracy. Eva knew that this was the final nail in Nicholas' coffin. She carefully crafted an anonymous tip and sent it to the authorities, making sure that the evidence would lead them straight to Nicholas. Within days, the police were knocking on Nicholas' door, armed with a warrant and damning evidence. "Nicholas Cassadine, you're under arrest," the officer said, handcuffing him as a crowd of onlookers gathered. As Nicholas was led away, Ava watched from Spoilers Weekly promo. Ava's evil plan works like a charm. Welcome to my channel, General Hospital, where you can get news about. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow, and I'm your buddy. Now let's get started. General Hospital Spoilers' new weekly promo finds Ava Jerome gloating as her wicked plot unfolds this week. Meanwhile, one family goes to war while another fights to save one of their own on the ABC opera. General Hospital Spoilers. Eva Jerome's devious scheme plays out perfectly. This week on GH, the promo shows Ava Jerome confident that her plan to destroy Sonny Corinthos will work, and she's right. Recently, she forced Sonny's doctor to replace his bipolar medication with a placebo. This week, she declares that Sonny will have a total meltdown. Sure enough, that's exactly what happens on General Hospital this week. And it's in the courthouse during what seems to be Carly Spencer's arraignment. Sonny gets so angry that he hauls off and punches Agent Cates in the face. No doubt assaulting a federal agent will not look good in family court, and Ava may win sole custody of their daughter. Indeed, that's precisely her plan. Furthermore, Sonny will likely be the next one to land in court and possibly prison. Additionally, the weekly GH video shows a sniper targeting Ava in what looks like her hotel room at the Metro Court. So Sonny could very well try to take her out. But things may not go as planned, and someone innocent could end up becoming collateral damage. TV and Molly fight Christina on G8. While Ava Jerome, Maura West, destroys Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, a family battle begins. Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaginos, and TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, are terrified that Christina Corinthos, Kate Mancy, will try to keep the baby. So they serve her with legal papers in an effort to ensure she can't back out of their agreement. Meanwhile, at General Hospital, TJ confronts Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and asks what she's going to do when Christina takes their baby. Indeed, Alexis looks heartbroken that they're in this situation. Surely the Davis family will never be the same after this, and Molly will likely never forgive Christina for betraying her and TJ. Carly goes before the judge on General Hospital. Meanwhile, on GH, Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, appears in court. Of course, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is there to support her, as is her daughter, Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and of course, John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, is there also. However, someone unexpected may show up and surprise Carly. The new promo video shows Jack Brennan, Charles Major, out of Pentonville and looking sharp in a suit. Also, it looks like he's at the courthouse. Indeed, he's fond of Carly, so he might show up to help her. No doubt, Brennan should be able to stop her from going to prison the same way he managed to get himself out. In other General Hospital drama, Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, reports an accident at the MC pool. Then, Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Sutton, looks horrified. So it appears that the Quartermains are the family who's devastated by a medical crisis. GH cannot be missed this week. Tune in to see Ava Jerome's awful plot in action on the ABC daytime drama. Port Charles was buzzing with the usual drama and intrigue, but behind the scenes, a new plot was brewing. Ava Jerome, ever the cunning and resourceful woman, had hatched an elaborate plan to reclaim her power and influence. Her target was none other than Nicholas Cassadine, the man who had wronged her and held the key to her future. Ava's plan was simple but brilliant. Sow seeds of doubt and mistrust, then exploit the chaos to her advantage. She had spent weeks gathering information, forming alliances, and setting the stage for her masterstroke. As she sat in her art gallery, reviewing the final details, a sly smile crept across her face. "It's time to put my plan into action," Ava murmured to herself. "Nicholas won't know what hit him." Ava's first move was to create a rift between Nicholas and his wife, Elizabeth Weber. She knew that their relationship was already strained, and it wouldn't take much to push them over the edge. Ava enlisted the help of Franco Baldwin, Elizabeth's ex-husband and a man with a complicated history with Nicholas. "Franco, I need your help," Ava said, meeting him at the Metro Court. "Nicholas has been keeping secrets from Elizabeth, and I think it's time she found out." Franco raised an eyebrow. "And why should I trust you, Ava? What's in it for me?" Ava leaned in, her voice low and persuasive. "You'll get the satisfaction of seeing Nicholas squirm and Elizabeth finally free of his lies. Plus, I can make sure some of your more controversial artwork finds its way into some very lucrative collections." Franco considered her offer for a moment before nodding. "All right, Ava, I'm in. What's the plan?"